Michael in Oakland, my pro bono lawyer. Hello, Michael. Welcome.
Hi, how you doing? I just wanted to let everybody know that you can listen to the live stream of the arguments in front of the U.S. Supreme Court tomorrow,
right,
on the issue of whether or not Roe v. Wade will be overturned.
It's fantastic. It's like Handmaid's Tale meets Contagion. It's a fantastic news cycle, isn't it?
Well, it is like Handmaid's Tale because, I mean, if you force women to carry every pregnancy to term, you will be forcing hundreds of thousands of episiotomies and C-sections and God knows what other, healthcare procedures on.
And Michael, I don't know as a lawyer, but I believe I thought I heard a medical expert say that, because we're having this whole debate again, we never thought we'd have, but the fetuses are not viable before 23 weeks. I mean, the fact that these are what is Texas, 6 weeks? People don't even know they're pregnant, right?
Well, and I think with this Mississippi thing, it's 15 weeks from the time you get pregnant, which is probably 13 weeks after the woman knows she's pregnant.
Yeah. Jody is here because she's the only one that really knows about lady bits. Chris and Travis and I don't really.
15 weeks. A woman would be 15 weeks pregnant, but she would have only known for 13 at that point. So it's really a 13-week ban.
Yeah. Go ahead, Michael. Sorry. I don't know what the legal thing is.
Well, I was going to say, imagine what's going on in Texas. Women or people noticing that a woman maybe was gaining weight and then she isn't at work for a couple of days and then all of a sudden she's lost all that weight and she's not throwing up in the morning anymore. Now the police get involved.
Yeah.
After all, this is a potential abortion, right?
But here we go.
It's like, by the way, if you say,
it's like with Michael that, here we have all these like Governor Tate Reeves, like just with medical misinformation again, whether it's about COVID or about pregnancy. He's like, oh, we know they feel pain or whatever, or they have a heartbeat. And it's like, no, it's all of this stuff that doctors and scientists have said, no, it is an electrical pulse. It's not a heartbeat. I can't remember, what week it was at, but it's just, this is the problem. We're going to fight the same kind of medical misinformation, aren't we?
Well, not to mention, until birth, frankly, I mean, the Supreme Court kind of split the issue. I was going to say split the baby, but that pun doesn't sound very good right now. But split the issue in Roe, allowing regulation of abortion in the third trimester.
Right.
But for the entire pregnancy, let alone the first two trimesters, a fetus, it is a fetus, is physically inside of and physically part of a woman. And
dependent on.
That is a scientific fact. And for the government to say that they can invade that privacy and force them, literally force them, women, to carry pregnancy to term, is how you can say, honestly, how you can say that women are not being treated as second, if not lower class citizens, because the government is telling them exactly what they have to do with their own health.
Yeah.
And anybody who says that health isn't an issue in pregnancy and childbirth, I mean, you have to be out of your mind.
And so, Michael, as a lawyer, what do you think is? I mean, you hear this analysis all over the place about what's going to happen with Mississippi, and and it's obviously we know there are people hostile to Roe on the Supreme Court, but obviously we have some mixed signals, right, from the Kavanaughs and Amy Coney Barrett. Coney Island, surprisingly enough.
Yeah, I wouldn't put a lot of stock in that. Okay.
Right.
What I think they're probably going to do is they're going to figure out a way to all but overturn it. They're going to say that the idea of stare decisis, of precedent matters. So we're going to gut 99.999% of it, but say that we haven't overturned it. So they'll. That's what I think that's what a lot of sort of scholars are saying is likely to happen. Make no mistake, people like Amy Coney Barrett, Gorsuch, Kavanaugh, for sure, Alito, Thomas, their animating principle since they walked through the doors of their law schools has been to overturn Roe v. Wade. Make no mistake. I don't care what signals they're putting out there. That is what they have lived for. Every single one of them. Okay?
Yeah.
And it's going to be interesting to hear. I think there's 3 female justices, how much they say and what they say. I mean, the other justices too, but it will be interesting to hear what they say about all this.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it is frightening times. Thanks, Michael. It really is. It's just, it's especially Jody in our lifetime. We're just not. It's just sort of incomprehensible. And as you keep saying to Karen or others, like, do women understand? Do young girls understand what's happening here?
They've grown up with Roe being the law of the land, unless they live in North Dakota or other states where it's becoming harder and harder anyway. But most women in this country of childbearing years were born after Roe.
Yeah.
And so they don't know that you can't get one. And if
they will never. Why does anyone not ever ask the pointing question that Carlos asks every week here? Like, how are you going to stop rich ladies from getting abortions?
That's never been
it's
a problem.
it's just absurd. We're having this conversation all over again.
Thom Hartmann was saying that John Roberts advised Ronald Reagan that if he wanted to pass a law stating that abortion was illegal, you can write a law where the Supreme Court cannot review it.
Yeah.
So I say, should they do something like this?
Yeah.
The Democrats and Joe Biden pass a law that states abortion is legal in this country and the Supreme Court cannot overrule it because that's part of the Constitution. Congress can regulate what the Supreme Court can do.
Okay. She's the smartest girl in class for a reason, right?
Yeah. But that was from Thom Hartmann. So.
It's okay. You just channel the smartest boy in class.
And Thom Hartmann may have heard that from someone. So.
Yeah, it's John Roberts.
Okay, then.
Tom Hartman tells fart jokes since he met me. So,
he does.
Yeah,
he does.
Don't take all the credit.
And he looked really stoned in the picture with me.
Tom Hartman?
Oh,
yeah.
I don't listen. We don't go for mindless gossip here.
Well, I mean, it's kind of common knowledge that he
does. He
likes,
partake.
Smokes a little bit of the ganja.
Rock on, Tom. Okay.
It's legal.
Would you like to get back to terrifying terrorist stack? Oh, I just blurbed Malcolm Nance's book.
You did.
They want. You know what the name of the book is? They Want to Kill Americans.
Yes.
About the Trump insurgency. How long ago has he told us that?
Forever
This
ago.
It is terrifying. Yeah. Okay, a member of the Oath Keepers militia who was indicted for taking part in January 6th talked up blood in the streets in a private chat message with fellow militants. Malcolm has been warning about this forever, that this is a violent insurgency long before January 6th happened. I mean, it's okay. Here's one good sign. Again, in the make racists afraid, again, make consequences for January 6th. That's all you can do is make them afraid. That you can't just keep getting away with this.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
January 6th organizer Ali Alexander, who calls himself the founder of Trump's Stop the Steal movement, announced he will comply with a subpoena from the House committee. He added he respects his fellow patriots who are defying the committee, but said it's an expensive right, claiming it would cost between $250,000 and $500,000 to fight the subpoenas. He said, "I frankly don't have that money to spend on legal bills, so for this unselect committee," that's Trump's joke. Oh my God, so funny. I will actually be privately deposed in December. The only reason I'm going to do it is I don't want to go to jail. Good.
Yeah.
So under the threat of imprisonment and spending tens and thousands of dollars on lawyers, I will be privately deposed before the committee in September. He wrote he plans to submit to the committee photographic and video evidence of agitators sabotaging his January 6th peaceful protests. Yeah, we'll wait right here for that, for your evidence of infiltrators. Okay. How strong is the projection? Because we have actual evidence of right-wing, I was going to say saboteurs, but saboteurs.
Saboteurs. Omicron.
Mouseketeers.
Right? We know that. We know we have
Kodachrome.
The umbrella guy smashing the windows, white supremacist, the guy firing into the police station saying justice for George Floyd, white guy trying to, okay. Also, we should always be aware of Putin. Putin is behind all of these things, trying to stir up racial unrest and amplify, all of it, right? Anything that will hurt or kill Americans or cause chaos and unrest here.
He picks at scabs of division in areas around the world, not just in the United States, in order to weaken other countries to make Russia stronger. It's that simple.
Right. Oh, did we get to Jared Kushner, also one of the dirtbags that belongs in jail for everything? Everything?
Yeah. Everything.
January. Yeah. Can we legally just streamline? Can we just say everything, Judge?
I don't think we can. There have to be
Right up
charges.
through.
Charges have to be a little bit
They do
specific.
like specifics.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but they do.
Okay, his grifty son-in-law is trying to grift money for his new investment firm in the Middle East. So far, he's having only mixed success. Well, that would be more success than he had in the Trump administration.
Yes.
Emirati leaders question his track record in business, which is abysmal, if you're paying attention, right? He's had very high-profile investment failures. Isn't that the biggest grift? Convincing anyone that Trump or Jared Kushner are sometimes...
11
on
billion.
Casinos, and
At
then
least,
Jared Kushner.
He lost money on casinos.
The Saudis are more interested because he helped them get away with it, or maybe even facilitated a Bonesaw murder. We don't really even know the truth of that whole thing yet, do we?
Hopefully the truth will come out.
Maybe by the time he goes to prison, he will have formed, because he still only looks like a pollywog or a
Tadpole.
Yeah, he's not quite fully formed. Something happened. I think the light bulb went out in the Easy Bake Oven when he was in his mom's.
He did.
When he was a bun in his mom's oven, the light bulb went out.